Hi, I'm Michael Keating, and welcome to the next chapter. You know, when I first started the show here, everybody says you've got to meet Sonia. Well, about a week ago, I met Sonia. And in a few minutes, you're going to meet her too. So stick around after these messages from Forge Fitness, our sponsor. Let's get started.
Go! One. 2 minutes. Ready?
I am Forge Fit. I'm becoming Forge Fit.
I am Forge Fit.
I am Forge Fit.
I am Forge Fit. I'm Forge Fit.
We are Forge Fit.
Bring it down, right here. Yeah.
Hi, and welcome back. I told you you'd get a chance to meet Sonia. It's Sonia Domorowski?
Correct.
Very cool, very cool. And this is Sonia. Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you. Now, you've got a very, very interesting story. We did a show not too long ago about how to blend, and we had so many comments, and so many people actually came up to me at Walmart and on the street and everything else that loved the show and wanted to know more about it and wanted to know how does blending versus juicing, because everybody hears about juicing, what are the differences and everything else? Well, Sonia here, I've been told about since even before we began the show, says you got to meet this lady. This lady juices. She, you know, I went to one of my trainers and stuff like that, and Richie's saying, I got this girl that's in this class, and she's amazing, and you got to meet her. And so finally, I got a chance to meet her at a coffee talk,
Correct.
which was an interesting place. That's the chamber event, and you came up to me.
I did.
And I
yeah.
said, I've been looking for you forever, and that's so. Anyway, tell us a little bit. Sonia here does juicing.
I do.
And she's a major juicer. You went from 320 pounds?
303 was my heaviest.
303.
Yes.
Down to like what, 160 now? maybe?
I'm 150.
150. That's amazing. Yeah. And you've been at it for about 2.5 years, right?
Yes, 2.5 years that I have been working on this. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you look great. You look absolutely great.
Thank
And
you.
a lot of people kind of wonder, well, how long can I keep on a fast? If I go on it, and I don't call it a fast usually, I call it a juice reboot. And how long should I keep on a juice reboot? Well, you're a good case in point. You can stay on it forever. And I hope to stay on it forever, not constantly. You eat in between it.
Right.
And that, but like once a month, you can go on a couple of days or a week if you want to, and maintain what you're getting out to.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm down to about 150 now myself,
Oh.
off of 220.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've lost a lot of weight. Well, you saw pictures of me.
I did. You look great.
I looked terrible before. So getting to look better was not difficult. But losing that much weight, actually losing the weight was not difficult. And you know that. I mean, everybody thinks it's this overwhelming thing to go on juicing, but it's really not.
It's not, no.
It's not. And that, but anyway, let's go back again for a second, back in time to when you first got on juicing. Why did you go on juicing?
I've had a history of a lot of digestive issues, and I've had all kinds of testing done, from colonoscopies, endoscopies. I've had HIDA scans done, everything to check from my liver, pancreas, gallbladder, everything came in check 100%. It was perfect, and yet they still could not figure out why. So I was told, oh, it's irritable bowel, and let's put you on medications. And I was working so hard to get to a healthy place in my life.
Yeah.
I was 303 pounds at my heaviest, and I was learning to eat healthier, eliminating a lot of processed foods, eliminating a lot of junk foods, and just really trying to go to a plant-based diet. So I didn't want to keep taking medications.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is go on a medication.
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally get that.
I was trying to heal my own body from the inside. So I had a personal trainer who is my mentor, will continue to be my life mentor. He's a wonderful guy named Chip Gerber.
Okay.
And
he lives in Maryland, right?
He does. He recently moved to Maine.
Okay.
Wonderful guy, and he was vegan, plant-based eater, and he had introduced me to the plant-based world of eating a healthier lifestyle. So I started on that journey, and in addition to that, he had mentioned about juicing, and at first I thought, okay, I don't even know where to begin. So he actually bought me my first juicer.
Oh, really?
And he bought that for me, and he started telling me what vegetables I could use that, you know, create better tasting juices, higher nutrients, and things like that. So I started, and then of course, through the process, I've learned to incorporate more vegetables that I like, or ones that I don't really like as much. And it's been a game of learn and play. You just figure out what, you know, vegetables and fruits you like in it.
Yeah.
And I do it, sometimes I will juice for 5 days at a time. Sometimes it's been just 3 days. Sometimes I've done it for 10 to 12 days at a time. Overall, it makes me feel fantastic. Juicing for me gives my gut a break.
Yeah.
It makes me feel better internally. It gives the digestion a chance to have a break, especially when you come off of a holiday and you've overeaten, and you know your stomach isn't feeling that great, or exactly a day. And like you said, it's kind of like a reboot. It kind of just like re-energizes you. It definitely gives me a lot more energy.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Right, and you know I thoroughly enjoy it.
Well, it does even more than the energy. I mean, it gives you. I get clarity.
Right.
And that your mind is so much more clear, and anybody that knows me knows my mind goes 90 different directions normally. So my mind is so much clearer, which helps in my business and helps in my personal life a lot, but also your skin, your nails, your vision, your hearing. We were just talking about sense of smell. I can smell a donut shop 50 miles away.
Right.
I mean, it's not because I like the donuts and stuff, which I do, but I mean, I don't eat them anymore, but I do. I still love sweets. I still love all that stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And it doesn't stop you from having all that stuff. I mean, a diet is not a death sentence. You know, I mean, that's.
Right.
I tell people that all the time. It's not. I keep juice all the time in my refrigerator, and instead of having dinner one night or having lunch, even if I just have the juice that time, even though it's not really a reboot, that's enough. You know, that's enough for me. I do that, and it's.
And that's what I think sometimes people don't understand. Juicing doesn't mean you just juice and you eat nothing at all. Yes, you know, I do that, and you know, hundreds of people do that as well. But you can certainly make the juice and do that as a supplement throughout the day. In the middle of the afternoon, you're sitting at your desk at work. Why not have a glass of fresh juice? You know, versus what you buy in the store that's packed full of sugars and it's highly processed.
And
you can make it yourself.
Heated, and all those nutrients go away.
Right.
Somebody actually says, "Well, I take V8 juice," which V8 juice is great. I mean, first of all, I'm not saying don't take V8 juice. And let me throw this in really quickly now, too. I mean, before you go on anything here, check with your doctor and make sure a diet like this is okay for you, because that's huge. And that, but for me, it's been great, and for you, it's been great, and for literally hundreds of people I've talked with just over the last 6 months, it's been great. And that. And I don't miss the meats. I don't miss a lot of stuff. I mean, I still have meat occasionally and all that stuff. But we were talking about something just a second ago. You were talking about the. I want to throw that back to it. And I've totally forgotten it, but whatever it was. But when you go into your fasts and stuff like that, what do you start off with when you first start to make your juices and stuff, you have a basic recipe that you start off with 2 or 3 things. Like with me, it's cucumber, kale, and
Right.
celery. Do you use the same type of thing? Or you use
I
something
do.
different?
That's my base. I always start with kale, Swiss chard, cucumbers, celery, and then I use that. Beets are also something that I incorporate all the time
Yeah, I love
on my
that.
beets.
Yeah, I love that.
Just because they're so good and so healthy for you. So I do that, and then in addition to that, I add in maybe some oranges or an apple or a pear, just to give it a little something extra, to kind of take the edge off of the bitterness of the kale or the Swiss chard.
And you add some lemon.
Now the lemon I do, and that's what really does it. That's what
Yeah.
really kind of gets that, edge off of that bitterness. But then in addition to that, I also will put in turmeric as an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
If you do have any type of arthritis or, just any body inflammations, it's just a natural way versus having to take Advil all the
Well,
time or something.
if you're taking glucosamine,
Right.
I find out people that actually take glucosamine for their joints and
Joints.
things like that. The turmeric will take care of that.
Yeah.
which
It's
is a
great.
very natural way to do it,
Right.
which is great.
And then ginger is the other thing. Because I have a lot of digestive issues, I like to put ginger in my juicing. And so I'll put in, and again, it's to taste, but you can put in a little bit. If you like a spicy kick, you can put in a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
So, and that's what's great about juicing. You can make so many flavors, and you can put in or not in what, what
Oh,
you
I know.
like.
It's crazy because, literally you can go from sweet to salty. And
Right.
that, all over the place.
Right.
And that, now we actually went to your house.
Yes, we
I
did.
invaded her house and said, let's juice something. So we went to her house yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday.
2 days ago, right.
2 days ago. And
flies.
we've actually got a video of us making juice. So let's run that video now. We are at Sonia's house. She's actually going to make a juice for us right now. Now, this juice is your basic juice? Is this why you start out?
This is my main staple juice that I do pretty much for everything.
Well, that's great. Look forward to seeing it here. So, what do you start out with?
Okay, so first thing I do is I start out with some kale, and I just make sure that I kind of break it off of the stem. It makes it a little easier when it goes through the juicing. So I'll stick this down in here.
Okay.
I'll grab just a little bit more of it here. Then, let's see, Michael, if you could hand me a cucumber.
A cucumber,
I like to
okay.
put cucumber in with it because the cucumber has a lot of juice, and that'll help this break down through there. So just cut this in half. And all of my fruits and vegetables are washed beforehand, so I don't have to worry about it. It's washed, dried. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and get this going.
Okay.
Look at the beautiful green color that's coming out there.
I actually start mine with the kale and the cucumber. Add a little bit of lemon, and I always have a little bit of celery with it as well.
And then now you'll notice my white bag I have here. I use this to help make cleaning up a lot easier, as all of the pulp and the skin things all go into there. So the next thing we're going to do is we have that.
Okay.
I like to put in some carrots in there.
That's a good idea.
I love my carrots. So we cut them up a little bit.
One more.
All right, we'll stick that.
There you go.
Want to stick that in there for me?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then let's put in some beets. I love
Okay.
beets. Super, super healthy. And I also use the stems on them as well. So go ahead and
That's a
throw
good
it
idea.
in.
And the beets actually have some
And throw in
sweetness
some
to
of
it
the
as well.
stems if you want, and put a little bit of that in
We'll
there.
take all that?
So take it all. There we go.
Wow.
Put it on there, and you're going to notice the beautiful
Just
red
kinda
color that
push
comes
it
out
in
of
there,
there.
huh?
Right, and we'll put that down there, and I'm going to let you go ahead and turn that one on this time.
Okay.
We'll get that down.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
beautiful color.
Yeah. Put that off.
There we go. And then now I do like to have some fruit in there as well.
yeah.
So you'll see I have oranges, I do pears, I have apples. We do lemons also because when you use a leafy green, I like kale, I do Swiss chard. If you do collard greens, anything that's leafy sometimes can have a bitter taste to
Yes,
it.
it can.
So the lemon actually helps offset that. So I think you have a piece of lemon back
I do.
here for
Let's
me.
take some lemon and throw
Put
that
that
on
in there. And how about celery? We haven't put our celery in there yet.
Okay.
The other thing I like to put in is ginger, and I like ginger because one, it does help with your digestion.
Yeah.
And
there's ginger
it also
right
gives
here.
it a little bit of a kick too. And you can put in as much or as little ginger as you want, depending on how much of a kick you like.
It's a little overpowering, so I don't put a whole lot in. of
Exactly.
Ginger or turmeric. I don't put a whole lot. Now you use turmeric at the end, right?
I do, and I have a packet here, and so I do that at the end after when I have it in my glass on a occasional basis, by every other glass
Yeah.
or maybe once or twice.
And we're back again, yeah. Now, you actually try that's just one type of juice. Now,
Right.
you do all kinds of different things. You were telling me about a few of them.
Right.
Tell me some of the other ones you do.
So just to kind of break it up, because when I do juice, I'll juice sometimes 5 days or 10 days straight. I like to have a variety of juices in my refrigerator as my go-to. So first thing in the morning, I'm always doing my vegetable one. So it has my green leafy vegetables, my beets. That's my start
The
of the
kale
morning.
and the collard,
kale,
yeah.
exactly. And then maybe mid-morning, I'm doing more of a little bit of a fruit one. So I'll make some that I use. Just one of my favorites has red grapefruit in it, and I do that along with cucumbers and pears, and I put that together. And it's very refreshing. It's like almost like a wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's not tart. You would think it's tart, but the ruby red grapefruit kind of makes it like a little bit of a tartness, but it's sweet.
Well, I actually had some, I think, straight grapefruit juice at your house.
Yes.
Yes, and it was amazing. Now, if you've ever been at a store and you've had grapefruit juice, it tastes good. It tastes really good. I like grapefruit juice. Have it live, have it real, have somebody juice it for you. It's a whole different animal. It's a whole
very
different
fresh.
thing.
It's really refreshing, and you really get the true taste of it without being processed or anything. It's amazing. And then in addition to that, I'll do pineapples. I'll take fresh pineapples and I'll juice that along with some green leafy, vegetables. It could be kale. It could be
collard greens. Yeah, I've done
anything
that.
like that. Yeah, and I'll mix that with a pineapple in it. And then I've done some with it's just lemon. If you want actually like good lemon, like lemon juice to drink, or like a lemonade type of thing, juice the lemons.
Oh, that's cool.
Do that. I may add a packet of Sweet and Low into that just to break up the tartness, but I do that and then do that with some watermelon. It's really good.
That probably is very good. It's
It
like
is
a
good.
watermelon
like lemonade. Yes, exactly.
And the
It's great.
watermelon will have the sweetness. You don't have to add the sweet.
Right, you don't have to. And you can toss in some strawberries into that as well.
Well,
So it's
I
really
do
good.
things like that with blueberries and things like that. Now, that's not juicing, that's blending, but because the blueberries don't juice very well.
Right.
But yeah, I love that. I love that. I put the lemon in and the strawberries and the mango and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
It's great. Now, I don't have a lot of sweets. I've gotten away from the sweet stuff because that does bring up your
The sugars,
insulin and all
right.
that stuff, which I try to stay away from.
Right.
I'm trying to bring up my HGH, human growth hormone, and bring down my insulin levels right now. So that's my newest quest.
Well, I switch it off between some of the fruit juices because I like to do half marathons or marathons.
Yeah.
So for running, for me, because I will run like 5 miles
it's
at a
super
time,
energy.
I need that extra sugar, the energy. And the great
yeah.
thing is it's natural energy. It's not processed energy, it's processed sugars. So it's your natural sugars that you're getting, and it helps when you are going to the gym and you are doing 5 miles or 6-7 mile runs.
And the nice thing is that you don't have all that residue that regular sugar puts into your system.
Exactly.
Because that stuff stays with you forever.
Right.
It gets inside your veins.
Right. Because it's natural, your body breaks it down and it knows how to get
Immediately.
rid of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not that processed sugar where you're getting that spike in the sugar and that immediate high and then that drop.
Yeah, if you were
So,
actually using just a regular natural sugar, you'd probably be okay. But a lot of this stuff, people don't realize how much this is processed.
Right.
And that there's very little of the original product in any of it. So, even things like stevia and stuff like that, I try to stay away from because, and sweet and low, I hate to say sweet and low too, but
Right.
I try to stay away from that stuff because it is processed
Yes.
to a point where you don't want to use it again. But again, that's something that you don't do all that often anyway. But so where do you see this as a lifetime thing, right?
I do. Yeah. I'll never give up juicing. I'll do it forever. And like I said, it may be something that I do sometimes just once a month for a 5-day span. Sometimes I do it twice a month, 3 days here, then maybe 3 days in a couple of weeks. And there's been times where I just feel horrible. Like I said, you come off the holidays, we all tend to overeat. You come off of that and you're like, you know what, I got to get back on track. It's a good way to reboot yourself.
It's
and I'll go 10
impossible
days
to stay
straight.
away from the parties. And
It is.
even last night, I had a party I had to go to, and I ate a little. Actually, I ate a lot. I shouldn't say a little. I ate a lot. I ate too much. But for the next couple of days, I won't. I'll have juices and things like that for the next couple of days, and it'll all even out. And that I think really at a certain point, it just becomes maintenance stuff.
Yes.
Because you've lost the weight. You look great.
Thank you.
I can't say that enough.
All right. I mean,
And
mine's been several years of working
Yeah.
hard,
Well, I think that's a lot of it. People think that you go on this thing and then 6 months from now, you're going to gain back all this weight, and it's even going to be more, because that's what we're always told. It's like, oh, you go on a diet, yeah, you're going to go down for a little while, but then it comes back again, and you're going to gain even more, and you're going to be bigger. And I think that stops a lot of people from actually going on a reboot or...
Right, and I don't consider it a diet. I never tell anybody it's a diet. To me,
either.
it's part of my life, so it's a lifestyle that I have, that I choose to live. I never say diet, because diets don't work. They just don't.
They don't.
I've been on so many diets in my lifetime, and they just don't work. You need to commit yourself to making a lifestyle change in a healthy direction.
Well, that's what this whole show is about. It's about changing your lifestyle in your mind, your body, your finances, your love life, with everything else you can do. And then we have different topics all the time on things, and that. But yeah, but this, this is the groundwork. This is the basis for what I do, and people that know me know I've actually, this has been that mindset has been my mindset my entire life, but my weight hasn't been that way, and I haven't been on juicing or anything else. And have I gotten a little fanatical with it? Maybe, and you may be a little bit fanatical with it. I mean, people might look at that and go, oh, this is, well, you're doing too much. But I don't think so. I don't, really when it comes down to it, it's not too much. It's working for me. I really enjoy it. I feel so much better. I'm not tired anymore. I get up at 5 a.m. now, and that I'm up and I'm working and I'm, doing stuff. I'm at the gym usually by 6. Right. And that's so, what a change just because I changed the way I eat. Right. And that's what it is. It has to be what you have to desire it. You have to want it within yourself. You have to want a change. And there will come a day where you have decided, you know what, I've had enough. I want to be healthy. And healthy is what you make of it. I hate the stigma that, oh, we have to be a certain size and a certain weight and we have to look this way. Yeah. As long as you are healthy, you are doing your best to take care of yourself. And if juicing makes you feel healthy, me healthy, I feel it. So I know my body. I know what I feel when I juice. The energy, like you said, my energy level is through the roof. My skin looks better. My nails, my hair, overall, even like you said, brain function, just everything about it. And my digestive tract feels amazing. So for me, because I feel it and I see it and I live it, I'm going to continue to do it. Well, bottom line, it's the weight loss is just a byproduct. It is, and that's a plus. That's an added plus to it. Yes. Well, I hate to say it, we're getting right to the end of our show right now. This time went, bam! It went by quick. It did. Yeah. And that. But please, if you like the show, if you're seeing it on YouTube or seeing it on Facebook, like it, love it, share it. Give us comments. Let us know what you want to see, or if you have questions at all. If you want to know recipes and stuff, get a hold of me. I'll send you recipes for stuff. I'll talk to you personally on the phone about it. But definitely check us out and keep watching our show if you can. and a special, really big thank you to Forge Fit, who sponsors this show. Without them, we couldn't do this. And I appreciate this more than I could tell you. So goodbye, everybody, and keep juicing.
Go! One. 2 minutes. Ready?
I am Forge Fit. I'm becoming Forge Fit.
I am Forge Fit.
I am Forge Fit.
I am Forge Fit. I'm Forge Fit.
We are Forge Fit.